There you go.
Good evening, YouTubers. I hope you've seen my wife's latest video where she's been swimming this evening and then she's cooked dinner. Look, we've got dinner in our galley on our boat, and we've got the window open on that side of the boat. Well, there is no window on that side of the boat, and this one's open, so we've got a through breeze to try and keep us cool. Now, are you sure we need this light on? Because it's
You could turn it
we've
on.
got candlelight. Look, that's better.
Oh, then they can see the lamp.
We've got
See,
candles.
what I was trying to demonstrate is that James Bond film we watched the other night is a lot like the galley. It's just pure coincidence.
Should I carve, darling?
I was actually going to do that. Oh my god.
But I've got quite a
there
sharp
are potatoes rolling around the table, Graham.
I've got quite a sharp knife. Sorry, did I lose a potato?
Do you know what? For years I did the turkey dinner thing, and every year Graham thought it would be really funny to just carve it like a twat. Like cut it completely in half, or cut it literally that way and that way into four quarters.
I didn't.
And one year, like, he cut it, like, imagine the legs are pointing that way, and so he cut it that way.
No, it was a crown, and I didn't think there was any bones in it. But,
it was a full turkey.
Okay, well, I didn't know.
I've got the...
Anyway, the video evidence, I know.
And then
What
you
could possibly
finally
be more
realised
incriminating?
that after years and years of slaving and cooking a Christmas dinner is no mean feat on a boat, in a caravan, you finally realised how much effort it is.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm going to show you something that James Bond doesn't have.
Really?
Apart from, like, jars of stuff. I bet his gravy isn't served in a pan, eh? I don't know why you're all putting it to the side. There's no greens, there's no vegetables.
Okay, we'll just tip it on.
I'll just, you know, sod them. Look at that. Loads of lumps. That's perfect. That's exactly how gravy should be.
And I've got dressed for dinner and everything.
So did I. I put on a chiffon thing. And my shoes.
Feet off the table, darling. Come on.
They're not,
you got your
they're not
princess
on
shoes.
the table. They're next to the table. But they prove you're still alive. We're still here. We're still in the game.
We
Yeah! We're winning.
Jolly good show. Well, do you want more potatoes, or have you got enough there?
Oh, and I've got to show everybody what Jodie did. While I'm here.
What did Jodie do? Oh, yes, of course.
I put it under here to keep it flat and safe until
We need to get a frame for it.
We need a frame for this. You guys won't believe this. How long this lady took to do this. Look at that. She got a photograph. Now, it looks like it's just a photograph, but it's not. If I show you closer, she put every single little bead on that. And that is one of the most precious things ever. So we're keeping that perfect. And we're going to get that framed and mounted. And I think on the boat, I think that's the perfect place. So I'm keeping it under the seat to keep it nice and flat and protected. Oh, going to eat on camera? I wasn't going to do that. I'm dying to.
I'm hungry.
Actually, so am I.
It's really nice.
So,
best served hot.
William and Harry, raised as two equals. What do you think? Why, you know, I never got the impression that Harry was hard done by.
No.
In comparison.
No. Well, you've always got... You had Elizabeth and Margaret prior, didn't you? And we've got William and Harry. I don't think Charles and Anne were competing with each other in the same way, were they?
No.
But Harry seems to feel that because he was the spare, he could have been king. And that's true, he could have been. But as the years go by, it's more and more unlikely that he will be, isn't it?
Do you think Harry realises, and I think he does, that if Meghan had had the choice, she would have chosen William?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that thought has really occurred to him?
Of course.
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
And that's why he's trying to overcompensate all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think she deserves it. She doesn't deserve the position she's in. What's the impression I get? I mean, I don't know the woman. I've never met her, to be fair. But from everything I've gleaned from social media and the internet, she doesn't deserve to be in the royal family. That's just my opinion.
Can I stop the video while I eat dinner? Please?
Yes, of course. Well, darling, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely stuffed.
I feel quite stuffed, actually.
And I feel guilty because there's a bit left over. And it never tastes the same, does it, the next day after it's been in the fridge? It's still nice, but you can't beat it when it's hot and steaming. It tastes fabulous.
I don't think we could have eaten the whole thing.
We had some mustard, didn't we? Some Heinz mustard. But I looked through the cupboard and we've got
James Bond never had that either, did he? Coleman's mustard.
We've got no apple sauce. I mean...
oh, for fuck's sake, man.
I'm not complaining, darling, but we'll have to get more. We'll have to get more, because I just thought to myself, that would be even better with a drop of... I'm not complaining. Forget it. Anyway,
really?
No, I'm not. It was fabulous, honestly. We didn't need any tomatoes on the vine.
It took me about 2.5 hours to cook that, and then you're like, oh, there's no apple sauce.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. It's a shame we haven't got any apple. I'll try and pick some up if I can remember.
I think I've got some in the house. I might actually have some in the fridge.
We had some mint sauce, but I really like mint sauce, so I ate it on my burgers.
I saw a jar of it somewhere.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on. Come and sit down. We'll finish this video.
Oh, there's always something, isn't there?
No. I'm not. I wasn't complaining. Not at all. It was fabulous.
Yeah. Well, it's better than Marmite sandwiches.
Dinner for two, my lovely.
Yes.
I'll drink to that. Well done. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Yes.
Friday night.
Cheers, everybody.
Shabbat. Got 2 candles going. We're not Jewish.
We've just had roast pork.
And we've just had roast pork. So
no, we're not.
Definitely
Jewish.
not Jewish. But there you go.
Tomorrow is a day of rest. That wasn't me farting, by the way. That was just the chair.
I thought you farted.
No, but it won't do it now.
So what's been happening today apart from you going for a swim and doing a bit
of
dremeling and
not
that?
much. I need to buy a new light switch for the bathroom.
That's easy. Leave that to me.
In the house
Leave
because we bought fancy dimmers. You
Waste
know,
of time.
shiny, and they're bollocks.
Yeah, rubbish.
Because after a while, it's just dim only. Won't go up. And then it won't come on at all. So we need a normal
the white plastic switch on
and
off.
So we've got to get them, but they've got to be English.
Yeah, because if you buy European ones, they're different size, and we've got to dig a hole in the wall and replaster the wall to get the box in. And
yeah. There's
so
always something, isn't there? There's always something.
Always.
The major activity today.
Go on.
Actually, I'll show them, shall I? Oh, the horrors of it. The absolute horrors. Graham's been extremely brave today.
Have I?
I can't believe he handled this beast. Hang on, let me find it.
Did I?
Oh, I could put the lights on up here.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Does that help?
Not really. Well, a little bit, I suppose. Where have you gone?
I'm coming back.
Oh, you're producing the drill.
Well, yeah.
Well, it was supposed to be for the Dremel, but it didn't fit in a drill. The shaft was too thick, so my idea was to put it in the drill.
Yes. Brilliant idea. Now, just show you this, how deadly that is. That's, I mean, spinning, that's a nightmare. Take your finger off, take your hand off. So
you can control it okay with 2 hands, though.
Yeah, but you haven't really.
So you've been trimming the outside of the boat.
No, I haven't. You have.
Yeah, but under her instruction, what she wants me to trim off.
I mean, these windows above us, they have always leaked, especially the ones at the back when it rains.
Yeah.
And we get biblical rain. And it's very easy for people to say, ooh, you know, you must do a boat properly from the beginning. Well, that depends if you don't have 2 little kids, you're not skint, you're not busy working 40 hours a week. You've got to wait, not only that, if you've got the money, the time, the inclination and the products, you've then down here got to wait for the weather. Well, we didn't. So we tried bloody everything. We tried sealing at first, hopeless. Then we tried more black tarry stuff. Then Graham got
flashing tape.
Yeah, explain what flashing tape
Flashing
is.
tape is a tar-backed plastic tape. People used to use lead in the old days. Anyway, it just stopped. It covered the cracks where the water gets in, so the water would run off. Today we've got flashing tape, which is tar-backed.
Yeah.
Which I used on a lot of the windows. So I thought, fuck it, it's quick, it's easy, it's going to work.
Basically,
and,
you got 2 kids, a wife and 2 kids.
It did work to a great degree, but not completely, not properly. No.
Yeah, and understandable. And then after that, I can't remember what year it was. We went through a phase of thinking, well, let's just try and hide it, because you can't get that stuff off easy.
No.
So I think
the water still gets in, doesn't it? It still finds a way.
Oh, it's fine. Well, it won't soon, because I have a new plan. Then we put fiberglass over it. Then I used filler. Then we put plastic, like a plastic curved thing over. But we needed it braced underneath, so we put another bit of plastic conduit under it, stuck with more tarry. I mean, it's just layer.
The idea was, instead of it all running down the window and leaking into the boat, we had like a bit of a ledge.
Yeah.
So it would run down the ledge and just drip, go into free fall and miss the window altogether, which was my idea.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It wasn't actually. It was my idea. It was my idea.
Was it your idea?
It was a stupid one. And then to cover the seam, we put the bits of wood along. Oh God! I mean, so anyway, I'm looking at the windows, and this thing covers just a little bit of the top of the windows, and I need to fix the windows. This window up here is okay, but the other 2, they're fucked, and those 2 are fucked. All the big front ones are fine, and we have to replace them. We have to. So I'm starting with this side of the boat, which gets the sun, and I can only fix the windows by basically, I'm going to fiberglass. I'm going to fiberglass over the 2 back windows. So it's just a solid white wall. And then I'm going to buy new boat windows and cut new holes. And the rain will never come in again.
Well, yeah, you could remove the window from the inside.
But
Once the fiberglass has gone hard. That's the theory.
Oh, of course I can do it. This new stuff I've got is so strong. But in order to do that, I need that, you know, with this.
You might have to put some Vaseline on the window, on the panes of glass themselves.
No, there's going to be a barrier.
Make it delaminate.
There will be a barrier between the glass. I'm going to leave the windows in. Well, one doesn't even have a bloody window, it's just planks of wood. But I'm going to leave these windows in, and I'm going to pack it on the outside with cardboard till it's level, and I've got a good finish.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then I'm going to fiberglass
and then
over
when you're finished, you're going to get a new window and cut a hole in your fiberglass.
I'm going to go from the top all the way down and along the deck, so it's one complete unit. The rain will never get in again. And then I will cut new windows when I can find some windows. And the thing is, I can't do that until you've used the circular saw to cut
that edge off.
Cut that edge off.
We'll have that rest of it off tomorrow.
But we weren't able to do this until the kids left home, basically.
Yes.
Do you know what? Having kids really holds you back in life, doesn't it?
I love them to bits, I do. I love them to bits.
I was really empty nesting when Benji finally... I know he got a job last year, but... When he finally
goes,
not anymore. When he finally left and said, "See you maybe at Christmas, Mum," I was really sad. I was really empty nesting for about 6 weeks, and then I was just fine.
I was just fine straight away. I was, seriously. I mean, I love them both to bits, don't get me wrong. But when they go like that, but then you miss them. You want a hug now and then, but you can do it these days. You can WhatsApp them, can't you? You can WhatsApp them anytime you want, and then when you get bored of them, you can go, "Goodbye, talk to you tomorrow." That was Duke of Edinburgh. Slam.
Yeah, yeah. He was always your favourite member of the royal family, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No, quite right. I mean, it's really hard raising little kids on a boat when the boat needs work. And you just have to find ways of coping with the rain coming in, stopping the rain coming in.
Yeah, it's a big boat. It's a lot bigger than you think. I wouldn't like to have a bigger boat because, you know, the size of the boat is a tremendous amount of work there.
I would never buy a boat bigger than this. Never.
This one's 45 foot. from front to back.
This girl has broken my balls. Really not that I have balls, but she has broken me.
Yeah.
How many years was it since we bought her?
2007. So we've had her for getting on for 20 years.
Yeah. I've had her for longer than far, Ben.
17 years.
17 years, yeah.
But she's been marvellous. I mean, she's really done it. It just doesn't go, but I mean, we bought her as a floating apartment. And she's fantastic. She's done that job to a T.
Not only that, she's never let seawater in. No. Ever.
No.
The whole
rainwater, yeah, but not seawater.
Yeah. Normally it's the other way round. You can stop the rain, but you can't stop the seawater. But this boat does not leak seawater. She's fiberglass hull.
Yeah, and when she came out the water last time, I made sure I fiberglassed over all the dodgy bits underneath where it could leak. So it's got an extra barrier. So I mean, we could do to get her out of the water again. It was 2018, wasn't it, last time? So she's not been out for 6 years. Yeah,
but before that she hadn't been out for 20 years. I did see a few mussels at the front of the boat when I was swimming round.
Did you?
Yeah, where the antifouls come off.
I think they'll come off easy though.
Oh, of course they will.
We put loads of mustard and, pepper and mustard and chilli powder in the antifoul.
Pepper and chilli powder, yeah.
It's a friend of ours who drowned. I think he drowned here, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
He said, he's a Scottish guy. He goes, put loads of chilli powder and pepper as much as you can in the antifoul. It's like £2 a bag, isn't it, from the supermarket? So we bought about 10 bags.
It was a darn sight more than that.
Was it? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, we just mixed it all in with the antifoul, painted the bottom of the boat. And his theory was that the barnacles and sea creatures won't want to stick to it if they can taste chilli and pepper. And he was right. He was definitely right.
He did drown though, didn't he?
He got pissed and fell in. And that happens a lot in marinas.
It does, yeah.
So if you're ever thinking of retiring, buying a boat and living on a boat in a marina, bear in mind that happens to a lot of people. They get pissed up and they fall in the water.
Yeah, because they don't think where the ladder is before they fall in.
And you really need to have a ladder. You need to know where the ladder is.
Yeah.
You got people on yachts who've died because it's been so hot and sunny and they've been at anchor. Oh, no, not been at anchor, but if they'd been at anchor, they could have climbed up the anchor chain. But they jumped in the water for a swim, and they've realised they haven't lowered the ladder, so they can't get back out.
Yeah.
So they're all round the boat looking at each other, thinking, "What are we going to do?" And they all drown because nobody thought to lower a ladder, or at least have a permanent ladder on your boat.
One night when we were in Marina Bay at 4 in the morning, you heard someone splashing around in the water, and you went and rescued them, didn't you?
I've rescued a few people out of the water.
Yeah. And then there was it Grumpy Gary who fell in the water, and it was me and some other lad who pulled him out. You were watching.
He said, "For fuck's sake, don't tell anybody, mate. Don't tell
No,
anybody."
he went, "Oh, Graham, I love you." He said it to some other Swedish lad who was not you. And I was going, "It's not Graham." And he just kept grabbing this guy's face, going, "Oh, I love you, Graham. I love you, Graham. You saved my life."
Pissed as a fart. Another guy.
Graham was miles away.
Another guy had a gangplank going to his yacht, to the front of his yacht, and he started staggering up straight in, plop. And I didn't even know him, or if it was his yacht or not. And I went onto his boat, and he'd swum to the back, but again he couldn't get out of the water because the ladder was up. Yachts have these ladders that fold down, and so I had to get on his boat, go to the back, fold the ladder down, and help drag him on board. And I said to him, "Is this your boat?" And he went, "Yeah." And that's it. And he was gone the next morning. When we woke up, his boat was gone, everything. He just sobered up and done one. But it's not funny, you know. You do see people on the bottom like this.
Yeah. Oh,
because they've been hanging onto the pontoon, but they've not had the strength, the body strength. It's fine when you're young. I mean, I could pull myself out the water, no problem. But I mean, I'm 60 odd now, not well. So I mean, could I do it now? Probably not. So if there's no one around to help you get out, and you don't know where the ladder is, you're just going to die of hypothermia, aren't you, in the water? So it's a real concern if you're ever thinking of living on a boat, is because people go for a wee. And they've had a few beers and they just stagger off down the deck and thought, I'm not going in that little toilet pumping it. And they're standing there having a waz off the side of the boat and they just fall into the water. I've seen that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, he was found bobbing, old Joe. Denise found him. He was down by the shower block. Because we hadn't been near the boat for a while. And then I met there was a fella who was on our pontoon and we were gossiping and I said, hope you haven't found any dead bodies under our boat. And he went, oh, didn't you hear what happened to Joe? Anyway.
Cheerful subject.
I think there's a good movie on tonight.
Is there?
Yeah.
We've had to turn Midsummer Murders off.
No, it finished.
Oh,
It's a
did
new
it?
movie. New movie.
Who was the murderer? Who was the murderer?
Oh, I don't know. Barnaby always catches them, doesn't he?
It's a foregone conclusion, isn't it?
I love Midsummer Murders because it reminds me of England and it's all countryside and Morris dancers.
Oh, idyllic England where
country
everyone's killing each
pubs
other.
and all lovely things and cricket in the summer and, you know, all things that I miss. That's why I like watching it. Anyway, this film looks really good. So I'm going to go and watch that.
Perhaps you could do the honours and turn the camera off for me.
Okay.
Darling, good night. May your God go with you.